Hello, vlog for the June 18th, June 17th, 2021. It's currently like 3 in the morning on June 18th, 2021. The last 2 days I haven't done anything in terms of exercise. I think I realized I have to I kind of hang up the cleats on that for a little bit. I realized I'm out of money and I need to, I'm going to spend all of my extra time and energy setting up my streaming show. I yesterday I slept in really late because I didn't sleep all night, so I had to get in sleep in the morning. And then when I got up, I decided I was gonna get going on my studio. So I watched a video and I hooked up stuff, and as I was watching it, kind of fell asleep. And then I went. I was looking at my setup, and it was like confusing because I hadn't seen it in a while. So I was attaching labels to all of my cables on both sides, so I know what everything is, and reacquainted. So I have the ATEM Mini Extreme, meaning so it has eight outgoing ports and eight input ports and two outputs. So one of them, and I have like three screens. I'll do the video of it later, but I have the big TV. It's like a 30-inch TV on the wall in front of me, and then I have another monitor on the left, and then I put my computer on the right. So I have three. I'm surrounded. And then I have, the ATEM Mini Extreme, and then switcher and HyperDeck and a large Stream Deck and a small Stream Deck. So I was just labeling, all the cables for which one is which on both sides. Because the HyperDeck has two cables that come out. Those go into the one of the 8 ports, which means I can have 6 ports for camera. So I have northwest, east, south, and front and back. So that's my 6. That means when I get the money, I need to buy 2 more cameras. I need to buy a camera for west side, east side, and for behind. But that's all ready to go. So and then the 2 more ports for the Stream Deck. The HyperDeck. So I might need to buy 2 more USB-C cables to power the adapter for the HyperDeck, though. Yeah, I think I do. It's like another thing to plug into the wall. Because it has because the HyperDeck has a SDI cable, but the ATEM Mini Extreme has a HDMI, and so the thing that converts it, actually has a power input. So because it has a power input, I'll see if it doesn't work. That's why that I have to plug it power. So anyway, whatever. That's a lot of cables. I'll do the demo when I'm done. So I guess that's one more thing I might have to buy. Yeah, I was looking at it until like 2:30 in the morning, and that was like too late. So I turned it all off, and I'm gonna go to bed. Even if I don't sleep, I'll just lay here until noon or until sunrise. I'll probably be too tired to get up and look at that by then, so maybe that's when I'll go to sleep. But whenever I get up at noon, if that's what my normal schedule is, I'm going to go and go on my studio and watch all the tutorials and try to figure everything out. Watch the tutorial on the HyperDeck that I saw the other day, and all the tutorials on the HyperDeck. And then just everything, just piece it together. I'm not going to be high. My idea before was to be high for it, because I figured that was the only way I was going to have the patience, but I ran out of weed like tonight. I just now did, and I've been smoking way too much weed, and it's been making me retarded and asthma, like unable to sleep, and also my mom's really mad at me. She says she doesn't like me when I'm high, so yeah, I'm gonna be totally sober. But the thing is, being high only made me like enjoy it more, but it didn't make me. It's not gonna make me learn it faster. I'm gonna learn it a lot faster sober because it's a lot of stuff to remember, and you can remember more sober. So I'm gonna go in there tomorrow and just figure it out. Just watch all the things that learning how powerful I am. It's gonna make me motivated to keep learning, and then I'll hopefully when I get my ideas of the one I want to do, it won't take me too long to set it all up because when I figure out how to do the banners, I'm gonna want to set ready banners for every single exercise I do. So all the different weights and reps, right? So I can just hit the number and I'll go, okay, we're going to try this. And it just bing, goes up, and then I go and do the thing that I normally do. So hopefully within the next couple of days, I'll be able to figure that out. My roommate's moving on 20th. It was like Thursday yesterday. So now it's early in the morning on Friday. And he wanted to leave on Sunday. So I was going to help him leave in his car. So I guess for the last few days while he's here, I'm going to be trying to figure out my studio because as soon as he leaves, I'm going to be busy. I have to tear off all of my pictures that I had here that are in the living room and the bathroom. Then I have to tear up his rug and then attach wooden floor to his room that looks like mine. My mom, even though it's my house, my mom's not going to let me put the floor myself, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Is she gonna fucking hire? I guess she's gonna hire a fucking journeyman to boss me around my own house, gluing wood on the floor. It's ridiculous. This my mother is retarded. She thinks you have to be taught how to do everything. She's fucking moron. 85, 80 IQ person, and she gets set in her ways, and there ain't nothing gonna derail her. I need someone to teach me how to glue wood on the floor. That's how it is. Even though it's my house, whatever, I don't want her to have a conniption fit, But maybe I could be like, shut the fuck up, bitch, Fuck off, it's my house, lunatic. She's kind of, tell her to mind her own business, trying to sell my car. She doesn't know how to sell my car. I told her to sell my car, that was like 2 months ago. Bitch can't sell my car because she insists on selling it for too much, so. Now she's going to make me hire some fucking idiot to whatever. So anyway, after I do that, I'm going to have to get a roommate in here. And then but I'll tell you, on top of that, I'm also going to have to get a job. I was looking in the jobs and I saw an ad as I walk in the door of my local supermarket across the street, and they're hiring. So I looked online, and they said that it looked like they're hiring for a baker between 4 to 9:30 in the morning every morning. So that'll be a great way to teach me how to get up in the morning because I can't seem to figure out how to do that. Then I can make some money, keep the job for a couple of months, and then until I get out of debt, and then meanwhile, spend my extra time figuring out my studio. And once I get that thing figured out, man, I'm so fired up. I'm so excited because I'm going to do weightlifting. I'm going to tie it up into this big thing. Another thing that gobbled up a bunch of my time today was I bought Apple News. I got Apple Music a little bit ago, which I totally love. And I actually spent a whole lot of time. That was another thing I spent a lot of time on today. Downloading a bunch of Apple Music onto my phone because I took off all my audiobooks. I kept the Wikipedia articles from all the decades from history, but I got rid of all the audiobooks, and so that liberated space to put all of the Apple Music on there, and it's awesome because all the music I've ever listened to in my life, I'm popping it on. It's extra exciting for people my age. It's like Kid in a Candy Store. You're like, oh my God, this throughout your whole life, all the music. So then you can have Siri pinpoint the songs and play them for you and stuff. So, and then, so I was like, okay, well, you know what? I think I want to get Apple News because I got part of my daily um, um, streaming show is talking, and part of my daily talking is talking about news. So I wanted to get a news, a good new daily news thing, and so Apple News has audio news, and there's a lot of different audio news you can choose from. So it's perfect, fucking awesome. I was doing like news with Kyle a long time ago, and it was before they had this. It was like took 9 years ago, and I was like, but if I had this, it would have been way easier. It's awesome. So um, I I was spending a lot of time flipping through that because I had to like set it up. I had to like subscribe to all the magazines and all the different subjects and flip through it and see what there is. And so yeah, I got fired up about that because you can listen to it. And I also have to let later on. I don't know if I'll do it now, but I have 3 extra Audible credits that I have to get books downloaded on my phone because I'm kind of behind on that. So that's another good reason I'm excited about quitting smoking weed because it'll get me more interested in listening to audiobooks instead of just listening to music. I can only do music when I'm high all the time, but I'm still getting caught up on the music. I don't need to be high to listen to music though. When I'm riding my bike, it's gonna be super exciting because it's all new. So I I'm going to, man, I wish all of this yawning meant I was going to be able to sleep. It has nothing to do with sleep. As soon as I'm done with this video, after yawning throughout the entire video, I'm just going to be sitting here like wide awake. No yawning at all, by the way, just wide awake. All of a sudden, I'm awake until like 6 in the morning. I'm only yawning because I'm talking. It's just a physical response I have to talking. It has nothing to do with being groggy. So I think talking in a prone position. So that's why I'm not like, I don't appear groggy. I'm not like foggy head or anything. I'm totally awake. Totally awake. I'm not groggy. I just yawn. That's the only difference. So I think because my brain doesn't get enough blood, doesn't get enough oxygen, so I have to yawn the oxygen in my brain because I don't exercise enough, which usually is the thing that gets the blood to the brain, oxygen to the brain. So yeah, because when I've been exercising a lot and I'm more physically fit, I don't yawn as much. So so yesterday was kind of like a transitionary day because I thought I was trying to exercise all the time, but now I'm like, I can't do that. I gotta get my life into order, at least for the next few days with the studio. So I'm totally jazzed about that. Getting that hooked up, even though I might have to go to the toilet, get power cable for my those converters. So yeah, super excited. Because now I also have to set up all the possible like videos I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do Google Earth with it and the different monitors on it and Strava and Zwift and everything. So yeah, tomorrow's the big day. So anyways, so yeah, I waited until now to do this video because I was like, man, what the hell's wrong with me? Why do I have no? Because yesterday, this video I was actually supposed to talk about yesterday. Yesterday, I got on the bike and I rode the bike 13 miles inside because had no motivation when I got up because it was so late and I didn't feel good. And my roommate was here, which was distracting me. And I just didn't have any motivation. So I was like, okay, let's just ride the bike inside it. I got so bad. Yeah, I rode the bike inside and I looked down and I'm like 130 watts, 11 miles an hour. And I'm like, yeah, I have no energy. What the hell am I doing? So I get off the bike and I'm like, let's do the swimming thing. So I swam a little bit and there's like no energy, no watts. The night before because I'm experimenting with diet, just because I'm getting the munchies and trying different things. I ate a bunch of beef jerky. I got these 2 big bags of beef jerky and then another like sausage stick. And I think all that meat, I'm not used to meat anyway. I'm a vegetarian. Except for when I go to my mom's house, the tryptophan in it made me groggy. So for the next day, because I was like felt super groggy. But that's not the reason why I stopped exercising. Because like you can, if you're interested in it or excited about it, you can just ride through it, especially when you're outside. But I was high too, which helped. So sobering up, it's gonna help. So. I So yeah, and then today I felt the same way. And I'm like 2 days in a row where I'm not doing anything because the day before that was super easy. So then today I realized, you know what? Okay, because at first I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. But then as soon as I sat in front of it, my studio, I was like, oh, you know what I do? This is awesome. What is this? And I was clicking it together, the cables, and so I'm back at it. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the studio up, and once I get the studio figured out and everything, oh my God, I'm gonna have the most amazing streaming show with. So let me explain to you how it's going to go, and I'll do it. I'll do another explanation of it on my main streaming show. But how it's going to go is just a general routine. I get up and I film myself, talk about my dream, and then I talk about when I do the day. And then, like, before I do the video, I think I'll stretch for a half hour at least, maybe even an hour. So then while I stretch, I'm listening to the news. So as I'm talking about what I want to do that day in my dream, I talk about the news for the day because I just listen to the news. And so that's my news time. Then the rest of the day, I can listen to the subject I'm saying. So, and then right after I talk, before any intermission or anything, I go, okay, and let's do the exercises. So then I just film myself do whatever exercise I can do, lifting weights, and then before there's any interruption, I sit back on my chair and I go, okay, this is what I'm going to do today. So then I do a tour of the road, and then I do a explanation based on how many miles it is of how long I expect it to take me based on what my fitness is, and then I utilize that time to choose, and I do it all in real time because it's all streaming. I utilize that to then elect what book I'm going to choose, and then I put that book because I have to drag a new book on my phone every time because I don't have enough space on my phone because I have Apple Music on here now. So then I would just drag the book onto my phone, and then I'm off to the races. Because I don't think I can't do I can do Apple Music, but I can't do Apple News, and I wouldn't want to anyway, because the morning time for my exercises is the news, or stretching is the news. But I wouldn't be able to do it on my bike right anyway, because there's not enough internet. So, but I can do Apple Music because it's stuff that I already download. But I guess you can download the news stories and do it, but I wouldn't do that because I download the book and then I do the book. So, and then when I come home, I do another section, and so then I talk again. So I talk multiple times throughout the day. When I first get up, and at the end of the day, I talk about what I did that day, and I also talk when I go, and I talk if it was as long as I predicted, if I felt as good as I predicted, then I do the book review, and it's all together as one thing. And then if I want, maybe I could have another channel to have the little, or in that channel to have the little, to splice out the little bits and pieces of stuff that I say, within it. So I'm super excited to get going with all this. So so I'm glad I'm not burnt out and bummed out about being lazy. But the reason is because I needed to set up my room. I'm glad I am setting up the room bit by bit because it's so complicated. It's so intricate that it could give me a headache to do it all at the same time. But yeah, it'd be cool to have this all figured out, my room and my studio and everything, and my lifestyle going before I get a roommate. And I don't even know what kind of room I want to get because I'm kind of different, I'm like a public person. I could freak people out. So I asked Kirsten if my public persona, if my website and YouTube, everything was going to help or hinder me get a roommate. And she said it's kind of neutral and doesn't matter. So anyway, that's it. Talk to you tomorrow.